Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial of Trinity Music Theory Grade 8 exam. Today I want to cover the 5 rules you must know when you are asked to write a piece of music for viola like this. Before talking about the important 5 rules, we look at the musical form that we are going to use to write a 12-bar melody so that you know how to manipulate the 5 rules for minor key. And make sure you stay until the end of this tutorial and subscribe for full collection of music tutorials for your music learning journey. Thank you for watching. The melody writing in Grade 8 Music Theory exam, we're going to use ternary form. For ternary form, we have 3 sections. We start with section A, B, and then A come back. In the first section A, we are going to have main theme in tonic key with a given 2 bars rhythm in the beginning. And we're going to use a technique called imitation. For section B, there will be a climax in section B where we will do a modulation. Over here, we are using new melodic and rhythmic ideas and sequence, the technique of sequence in section B. And section A1 will have the main theme come back in tonic key. And the melody will end with leading note and tonic to lead you home, to go home. So now let's look at the piece of music that is given over here. This is in E minor key, and you may use the given opening if you wish. So over here, you copy the first 2 bars in the beginning first. And you can see the first 2 bars already done. These 2 bars are given. So according to our template, the main theme will come back in the 3rd section. So this is section A, B, A1. So this melody will come back over here, and you can quickly copy it. The main theme must come home. So bar 9 and 10, this melody will come back. Okay, so in bar 3 and 4, we need to use the technique of imitation. And for this line, we need to end this first 4 bars with a imperfect cadence, which is chord 4 to 5. So in E minor, chord 4 is A, C, and E. Chord 5 is B, D, and F. So A, C, E, this is the autoclave. So the A will go to here. If you choose to start with A, you can choose to repeat the A, and then you skip to the C. Imitation means that you need to, these 2 bars, 3 and 4, need to imitate the rhythm in bar 1 and 2. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 notes in total. So in your imitation, you need to have same amount of notes. So over here, you can compose the same amount of notes. I choose to have A, repeat the A. And then I skip to the E. So when you repeat the A, you can add auxiliary note in between to decorate the melody. Between A and C, sorry, this is a C. This is a C. So between A and C, you can add B as a passing note. So all the green color, all the notes in green are your melodic decoration. Okay, now you have same amount of notes as bar 1, 5 notes. So once you have same amount of notes, you can copy the rhythm. So now I copy the rhythm. It starts with a triplet. Okay, so bar 4, we will imitate the rhythm of bar 2 with same amount of notes. So over here, this is a B, D, and F. So we can start with B because B is the nearest note to the previous bar. Now I have chosen B to start the bar. After choosing B, I can skip to D. After skip, So here to here is a skip. I choose to repeat. Okay, D to D is repeating themselves. So once you have chosen the main note, you can start to add in the decoration. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 notes in bar 2. So bar 4, you also need 5 notes. Now I will add in the passing note and auxiliary note. Okay, so now after adding in passing note and auxiliary note to decorate the melody and to make the melody smoother, I can copy the rhythm again. So the rhythm is 3 triplets, 3 notes, and dotted crochet and quiver. For second line, we can modulate to a relative major key, which is a G major. So for G major, over here we can start with a chord 1, which is a G B D chord. So here we start to develop more complex rhythmic and melodic idea. So I choose B, B, repeat. After that, I skip to D. After I skip to the D, I repeat the D again. So after repeat the D, then I can skip to, sorry, this is a B, C. This is a wrong note. I forgot this is in autoclave. I'm so sorry. So B is here. I repeat the B. Then after that, I skip to D. After skipping to D, I repeat the D. Then after repeating the D, I go to G. Once you think you have enough notes, then you can add in the decoration. So between B and B, you can add A. Then after that, between B and D, you can add C as passing note, auxiliary note. So between B to G, I can add passing note. So over here, you can use a new rhythmic idea, which I will mix quiver and semi-quivers together to form 3 crochets. Okay, so over here you can have more complicated rhythm. So this is chord 1, and next bar you can use chord 2, A, C, E, and use the same technique. You can compose more notes over here. So over here I prefer to start with A. So I repeat the A, and after A I can go to E. I skip to E. After skipping to E, I repeat the E, and then I end at C. Okay, so in between them, you can add auxiliary note. So over here, between A and A, you can add G as a sorry. Between A and A, you can add G as an auxiliary note. So between A and E, you can add G and F as a passing note, then auxiliary note and passing note. So after that, you can add the rhythm. 4 semiquavers, another 4 semiquavers, and remember to end your two bar phrase with a longer note value, which is a quiver. Try not to end with a semiquiver. So over here, end with a longer note quiver. So now the next 2 bar, you need to have a sequence. Show the technique of sequence. Sequence means that you copy the melodic shape and rhythmic idea of the previous 2 bars. So here you can use the cadence of 5 to 6. D, F, A, E, G, B. So in the bar 5, because you are starting with B, middle note. So over here, because this is a sequence, you need to start with the same note the note with the same position as the bar 5, so which is F. Over here, you can start with F. So F for the melodic shape. So over here, these two are same. So you repeat. After repeat, over here you skip to the third part, 3-step up. You also do the same thing. So after you repeat, so over here you also do the same, and do the rest the same as bar 5 to 6. So copy the melodic shape. So you should end with D, which is the root note, because over here you end with G, which is the root note. Okay, so here you end with G, which is the root note of the chord. So you can do the rest same. Okay, now you can see that bar 7 and 8, which I circle it in red color, has the same melodic shape as the previous bar. And over here, I end the melody with G, which is the middle note of the chord, which is the same. In the previous phrase, I also end it with C, which is the middle note of the chord. Okay, so this is called sequence. Sequence copy the same melodic idea and rhythmic idea of the previous phrase. Now at the end, let's go back to E minor. The tonic key is back here. And we need to end our melody with cadence of 5-1, which is the perfect cadence. B, D, F, and chord 1, E, G, B. So here I start with a B. I repeat the B, use the same trick, and skip to D. And then I repeat the D and F. After that, use the same trick again, add auxiliary note and passing note with green color, and add rhythm. And the value of the rhythm, the speed of the rhythm can start to slow down towards the end. So next bar, I start with an E. I repeat the E. So when I repeat the E, I add auxiliary note. After that, you must remember to end the melody with leading note and tonic, which is D and E. Okay, so the last note must be crotchet. Okay, the last note here has to be long note, at least a crotchet, because this is a simple triple time. Okay, now everything is done. Let's look at the 5 rules that we need to follow. Okay, here we look at the 5 rules that we need to follow. And for melodic writing in minor key, we have to use the key of, we have to use the melodic form, not harmonic form. Because melodic form will raise the 6 and 7 note, and it avoids the augmented second interval in the 6 and 7 note. If you use melodic form, we only raise the 7 note, and the 6 and 7 will form a augmented second interval. For instance, in C minor, the 6 and 7 note is A flat. The 6th note is A flat, and the B is a natural because we raise the 7 note. And this A flat to B will form an augmented second and make your melody sound awkward. So we don't use harmonic form, which means we have to use melodic form. We raise the 6 and 7 note. The A must raise also. So the A will become a natural and B natural, and that solves the problem of augmented second. Immediately it becomes major second, and this will make your melody sound smoother. Okay, now let's look at what are the rules to follow. What other rules you need to follow for minor key? Rule number 1, in C minor, the 6 and 7 note are A and B. So when A and B go up together, both must be raised. And in descending, A and B will resume, become A flat and B flat, because C minor has 3 flats. So when the 7 note is alone, over here, the B is alone. There's no A before and after. So when 7 note is alone without A before and after this B, you need to raise it. You need to raise the 7 note. Next, when the 6 note is alone, when the 6 note is alone, which means the A is alone here, there's no B before and after this. There's no B before and after A. So we say that the 6 note is alone. So this has to be stay as original note. Next, when 6 and 7 note, which is A and B, are going up in ascending scales, 6 and 7 note go up together, both of them must be raised. When 6 and 7 note are going down together, then both of them must stay as the original note. Okay, so this one is quite clear because this is like a ascending minor scale and descending minor scales. In C minor melodic scales, when going up, the 6 and 7 note must both be raised. When going down, both of them must stay as original. So this is quite common sense. Then some students may ask, what if B go down to A? Immediately going down, I go up to go back to B again. It's like auxiliary movement. Or A go up to B, the 6 go up to 7, but immediately go up, I go back to 6 again. Okay, or 6, 7, 6, 7, keep moving like this in auxiliary movement. So when 6, 7 keep repeating themselves like this, we need to both raise both of them. Okay. Now let's go back to our melody, and we try to apply the rules that we talked about just now. In E minor, the 6 and 7 note is C and D. So when C and D go up in ascending scales, both must be raised. But when C and D go down, they must stay as original note. Okay, the natural here means they are original note, no raising, original. Okay, now let's look for the C and D in this melody. So only here are in first and third line are in minor key. The middle line is G major, so we don't need to add any accidentals for G major. It's already what has one sharp. So this middle line is already a G major. We don't need to add any accidentals. So that is the good things to modulate to a relative major key. Now first line, let's look for C and D. We have a C here. C is a 6th note. Okay. Then there's no D before and after. So when 6th note is alone, this is alone. We don't need to add anything because there is the 6th note alone. Okay, there's no 7 before and after. In next bar, there is a C and D, 6 and 7 note. Perhaps I should use a red color note, or I use a purple color pen to label it. Okay, so this is a 6th note. C is alone. In bar 4, 6 and 7 are together. So 6 go up to 7, and immediately it go back to 6 again. So just now we say that when it's in auxiliary movement, both of them must be raised. So both must have sharp. So this one don't need to write sharp anymore because the first one is already a C sharp. So this one don't need to write a sharp. It will become a sharp by itself. Because within the same bar, we don't need to write it 2 times. We don't need to write the sharp for C for 2 times. Now let's look at the last bar, last 2 bars. Look for C and D. So this is a C. We have a C here, B, C, D, and then go to tonic note E, which means this is the auxiliary movement again. So 6, 7, 6, 7. So here you need to add sharp for the first 2, and then the rest of this will have sharp by themselves because within the same bar, when the note repeat, we only need to sharp the first time. Okay. After that, C, D, E. Okay, now I realize I made some mistake at the last bar. The last bar, the melody is written wrongly. I'm so sorry about that because I'm not so used to using autoclave. So this is E. Last bar is E, G, B. So I repeat the E, E, and let the melody go to E again. C, D, sorry, E should be on the line. F, so E, 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 F, E, D, E. Okay, so over here, the 7th note must go back to first note. Okay, so over here only have 7 notes. So the D has a sharp. There's no C, so don't need to add C sharp. Okay, so that's all for the 5 rules to compose a melody in minor key. And we're going to conduct more tutorials on melody writing in different style that has upbeat or irregular rhythm or more complex lyric pattern. So subscribe to our channel for more tutorial like this. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.